Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 8th Parent University. I'm excited to be here. My name is Tom Gavin, and I'm going to be your host for this evening. I am a supervisor of instructional tech and also libraries in the Colonial School District, so welcome. Before we get going, we'd like to actually give you a real quick preview of our agenda for this evening. So the first thing that we're going to cover tonight is just a real quick overview of Parent University and the series that we've set up. The second thing that we're going to be covering with you is an overview of the EdTech support options that Colonial is covering, both during face-to-face and remote learning. The main item that we're going to be talking about is a PDF annotation tool that all students and staff have, and that tool is called Kami. And then at the end of our presentation, we definitely want to give you the opportunity to ask any questions or any support or really anything that is on your mind. We definitely want to take the time to answer and support your needs. All right, so just a real quick overview of our parent university. The purpose of our parent university is really simplistically is just to provide families with both support and ed tech guidance in our district. We know that there are a lot of challenges that we've been facing with COVID and also with the new influx of the available tools, technology tools that students have. And we just want to provide our families with as much guidance and as much support that we can in our district. Each of these series will be recorded weekly. It will be starting every week, Wednesday at 4:30. We're definitely recommending, and I'll show you where to locate to sign up for Parent University on our district website. And last, sometimes it's hard to get to specific meetings. This series will be recorded each week, and we'll be sharing the recording on our district's YouTube channel. So the next thing we want to cover is the type of ed tech support that our district is offering. So what we're asking families to do when you're signed into your student's Chromebook is if you click on the upper left corner and you select the family ed tech support options, that is going to bring you to a screen that looks like this. And we just want to make families aware of all of the different ed tech support options that we've created in the Colonial School District. So if you are having issues with your Chromebook, we're going to ask that families click this link here, and we're going to ask that you complete a tech ticket, and a member of our Colonial IT department will reach out to help support your needs. The second thing we've created is really just a call center. So if your computer isn't working and you can't submit a tech ticket, we have this phone number that is available to help support you. Additionally, if you have any ed tech questions, so if you have questions about Schoology or Kami or Seesaw, we're going to ask that you complete this ed tech support form that we have listed here, and we're monitoring that form and we're getting back to families. The next item that we have is we've created family virtual Zoom office hours. So if you want some one-on-one support with any type of tech requests that you might have, you can select this You Can Book Me site, and you can schedule a one-on-one Zoom call on Monday morning and Friday morning. And the last thing we've done to kind of help support families is we are creating a list of ed tech resources and trainings. And what we're doing is we're aggregating those resources on this document. So each week when we have our Parent University series, we're posting the presentation link. We are also loading the video. And then each week we're posting all of those videos and all of those resources. So definitely check back for the resources that we're providing in this document. For this evening, we've already posted the presentation link. So if you want to go back to our presentation, you certainly can click on that link. We'll be loading the presentation video in the next couple of days. So definitely check back to pull up the recording. Additionally, we've provided some resources on Kami, which we're going to be covering here in a second. The last thing I want to show just before we get going on Kami, which again is the main purpose of our presentation tonight, is if you go to the Colonial School District website and you select parents and you locate the parents drop-down menu, you're going to notice right here, I'll zoom in for you, there's a Parent University page. I'm going to click on that. And then again, this is where we're kind of aggregating and putting these resources together. So definitely check this website out. Also, we've created a little link here that will open up the same document that I just shared with you. All right, so let's get going on Kami. Oops. All right, so again, really the purpose for tonight is we want to give parents an overview of Kami. So a lot of you on this call might be asking yourself, what is Kami? So really simply, Kami is your students' digital pen and paper. But really the true power of Kami is really that it provides students with really a host of really powerful digital learning tools that really pen and paper just can't capture. So in addition to students being able to write just like you can using pen and paper, students now have access to tools like audio recordings, video recordings, they can do drawings, they can also use what's called screencasting. There's some great assistive technology tools that Kami has for struggling learners with regard to text-to-speech and speech-to-text. And there's a lot of other features that we're actually going to cover with the tools that Kami provides for our students. So really, I think the power of Kami is that students can now share their thinking, they can share their learning, and they can really share their work in ways really in the past never before possible. Depending on how old you are, I know when I was a student, we were really limited in the ways that we could share our learning. And really, we could really just share our learning, thinking, not quite as far as back as the stone tablet, but we were really just limited to pen and paper. Now, thankfully with technology, students have a host of digital learning tools that they can use to share their learning in new, innovative, and engaging ways. And we're gonna cover some of those tools that Kami has. So the first thing that we want to make everyone aware of is how do you access Kami? So if you look on my screen right here, I know it's a little hard to see, but you have a little Kami extension. And so if you take a look right here in the upper right where I'm moving my cursor, every student that's using a Colonial Student Chromebook has a Kami extension. And you can think of this extension really just as a shortcut. So if a student wants to use Kami and they click this icon, that's going to load Kami for them. All right. Whoops. All right. So what are the types of tools that Kami provides? And again, we're going to show you some of these tools tonight. And these are some examples of different content areas and the different features that these content areas can use with Kami. So the first thing that Kami provides students is it provides students with a dictionary tool. So if you take a look on my right side of my screen, if a student is unsure of a word, if they select dictionary in the upper left here, and they click on a word, you're going to see here that Kami provides that student with a definition of the word. So that definitely helps our struggling learners having that tool available. Additionally, some of the other great tools that Kami provides is it provides the ability to strike through. So when a student is working on a document, they have the ability to strike through text as they're going through. So for example, if I click this markup tool here and I highlight and I click strike through, let's delete that. And let me highlight it. You can see here how it strikes through. But we're going to be covering these tools as we kind of go through this document here. Additionally, Kami has some great tools for mathematics. Students can insert equations. They can insert shapes. Cami also has the ability to add additional pages to a document. So when a student is working on a document and let's just say they run out of paper, at the bottom of their document, they can click add more pages, and then they can add additional pages. They can choose line page, grid page, or even a blank page. And even for music students, they can actually choose music. So I'll click music. I'll say I want 2 pages. I'll select add. And in a second, it will add those items at the bottom. Oops. And you'll see that in a second. All right, additionally, Cami provides some very powerful tools that we'll cover again for our bilingual students. It provides text-to-speech. It also has that dictionary function that students find helpful. Additionally, for students in science, students can insert images, diagrams, they can record themselves speaking. And then I think one of the better benefits of Cami are the special ed accommodation tools that Cami has built in, such as text-to-speech, speech-to-text. Students can do what's called voice commenting, video commenting, and again, that dictionary feature. All right, so let's take a look first at text-to-speech. So I think one of the great things about Cami is for our struggling readers, Cami has the ability to read speech directly to the student. So if a student is in a Cami document, like I am here, and then they select the text-to-speech tool, and then they select the text.
Not as a PDF and follow the directions. 1. Click on the text box and place it over the line above where it says name. Select the color green from the circles on the right side of the toolbar and type in your name in the text.
So you should have heard, hopefully you did hear, Cami is actually reading the text aloud to the student. Just a couple of different tools that the text-to-speech has. So you have a play button. So you would select the play button when you wanted Cami to read the text.